And then the oppressed. You know, we're all harassed by, you know, the phenomenon of the soccer mom. Especially in developed countries like this, you know. I mean, the soccer mom is multitasking every day of her life, you know. A lot of us husbands don't appreciate what our wives are doing, you know, especially in young families, you know. But they're all over the place. I mean, they bring the kids to school, they take care of if there's an infant baby, you know, and they take care of cooking and washing and ironing and making all the phone calls. I mean, fending off all our debtors, you know, our creditors, you know. And we're harassed, you know. There's no time for anything. There's no time for God, for Christ's sakes. Oppressed. And brothers and sisters, this is what God is bringing to our lives. No? Forget about heaven as something that we can enjoy later on in life after death. Heaven can be experienced here and now if we only put the picture of Jesus together, and our world will come together as well. And this is what we want to do in this Christian Life program. Try and refocus ourselves. No? Try and set what truly should be our priorities. Brothers and sisters, for all it's worth, we believe that Christ should be the center of our life. Christ should be the propelling mechanism that drives us. Christ should be everything to us. Because He already has won our salvation. He already has freed us. He already has restored sight for us. He already can bring us out of spiritual destitution. We just need to claim it. And this is what our Caucus for Christ community is trying to do, brothers and sisters. For us to be able to live a Christian life powerfully and to truly be Christ-like. Live our faith. Unfortunately, you know, Christians don't these days. For a lot of Christians, I mean, the world is torn apart. Like those pieces of paper that Father tore up. Now, what do we see around us? We see the Madoffs, we see the Sanfords. You know who Sanford is, right? Mark Sanford. Governors of South Carolina. We see all these CEOs, you know, making money hand over fist at the expense of the workers, you know. I mean, it's not my judgment, it's people's judgment. You know? Somehow they're just overpaid. You know? I mean, the companies they work for are losing money and they're laying off people, and yet they get multi-million-dollar bonuses. What's wrong with that picture? Amen? We live in a world where, you know, they're trying to take prayer out of schools. We live in a world where abortion is becoming more and more accepted. We live in a world where, you know, same-sex unions are becoming normal, acceptable. It's no longer seen as something that's against nature, no? Against natural law, against God's law. there's something wrong with the world. I mean, why are Christians? I mean, there are a lot of Christians in the world, no? 600, billion of us or something? 6 billion of us, Christians. 1 billion, I don't know. Never mind the figures, but you know, Judeo-Christianism is the predominant religion after Mohammedanism, you know. And yet, I mean, in a Christian world, in a Christian country like the United States, it's not even a Muslim country, no? All these ills of society are creeping in. And we live in a world that's really distorted, no? People who have money, who have celebrity, who have fame, committing suicide. Or destroying their lives. Look at the Britney Spears, no? I mean, at such a young age, she's got tons of success, and all of a sudden, you know, she just went kaput, depressed. Thank God she's on her way back. No? But this is the kind of world we live in, no? Christians, in other words, are not living their faith effectively. Like the early Christians. You know, the early Christians, because of their faith, they laid down their lives on their faith. I mean, they remember the Inquisition, remember the early Christian martyrs, you know, who were fed to the lions if they don't deny Christ. Or if they don't deny Christ, yes, they would be fed to the lions. So why are we Christians not living powerfully as Christians? And that's the question we'd like answered, hopefully, through this Christian Life program, no? And hopefully we'll find our answers for ourselves, no? This community is not going to find the answer for each and every one of you individually. You will have to find that answer. But we'll tell you why. Why are Christians not living powerfully as Christians? First of all, we don't want to give up sin. Sin, which is what is sin basically? It's a denial of God's love for us, no? We're rejecting His love. I mean, Christ is offering us His love. God is offering us everything that we need. And yet, we want to go our own merry way and do what is comfortable to us, do what is convenient for us, do what gives us pleasure. Sin inhibits our power to live as Christians. Why else? Well, our conversion is not full. Sure, we're converted. I mean, we are supposed to be Catholics and we are supposed to be Christians. But our conversion is only parang, and forgive me for using some Tagalog words here, it's like, as I said, like a compartmentalized life, no? Itong compartment is for God, this compartment for my work, this compartment for my family, this compartment for my friends, this is a compartment for my other social life, no? Our conversion to God or to Jesus is not complete. It's supposed to permeate our entire life, no? He's not just a compartment in our life. So our conversion is not full. Why else? Well, we don't have a real personal relationship with the person Jesus Christ. That's why one of the talks in this Christian Life program is, who is Jesus Christ? Who is Jesus Christ to you?